Hey, so GameStop's holding some Funkos for me, and I thought I would take you along with me to pick them up. Let's go. GameStop is definitely one of my favorite places to pick up pops, just because I've built such a relationship with these guys. I mean, y'all know, y'all collect just like I do, and you tend to build a relationship with your guys over at GameStop. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. My name is Wayne, and this is Wayneko. So I just had to take y'all along with me to go pick this up. I wasn't really going to do a hunt, so it was more like a mini hunt than anything, but check out what they held for me. And here's the funny thing. The funny thing is, I know that I said that I wasn't going to collect these guys. They were not on my radar to collect until I seen the thing from the SDCC, right? So that 10-inch zombie thing got me hooked on these things. So they held Hulk for me, and they held, which is probably my favorite right now, Mysterio. So Mysterio, for some reason, just looks really cool to me, and I don't really know why he looks so cool to me versus the ones that are out right now. I'm a huge Deadpool fan, and at some point, if I find Deadpool out in the wild, I'm gonna pick him up. And that's kind of the stance I took on these guys. If I find them out in the wild, I will pick them up. But if I don't find them out in the wild, that's okay too, right? Because sometimes ordering everything online just doesn't feel the same. And so if I get these guys out in the wild, I'll get them. If I don't, I don't. This guy is number 659 out of the group. They show 4 of these guys on the back. Now, we know that there's gonna be a lot more than 4 of these at the end of the day, right? I mean, there's going to be a whole lot more than 4 of these guys. The box is, I mean, it stays pretty true to the other thing. I mean, it's a pretty, like, just common box. There's not a whole lot going on with it. I mean, they made it look a little dirty so that it fit like the zombie idea. This guy's really badass. Now, I think maybe I see a missed opportunity like right off the start. I can see the spring on the bobblehead. That's not really normal. Let's take a closer look at this guy. So when I was saying I see a missed opportunity with him already, they should have made that green glow, right? So that bright green right there should have been a glow. And maybe that's what they're going to do as a variant. You know, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's going to be a variance to these guys. They look, hey, so like I said a second ago, I know that I said that I just wasn't going to collect these guys, and they were not on my radar to collect. But I'm going to go after these guys. If I see them in the wild, I'm going to pick them up. The paint job on him is really well. I don't see any like real imperfections that I can talk about. I don't see a whole lot of paint spillover. It looks like they used a lot of stencils when they made this one, which is probably a good thing, that they're getting away from letting people do it by hand, because they're just not doing that great of a job at it. But this guy is really cool. I mean, so at the end of the day, I'm super happy that I picked him up. I'm super happy that they held on to him for me. So I have a relationship with my local GameStop that I'm sure a lot of us have, right? They've seen me in there so many times for so long, for so many years, that they give me a call when they get new stuff. And most of the time, they actually send me a picture of it beforehand. They send me like a text picture of it and ask me if I want it, and then I decide from there on if it's one that I want to collect or if it's one that I don't want to collect. And they're about 50-50, right? I mean, so they've kind of got my number, they kind of don't have my number. This guy is number 660 out of the group, and he still only shows 4 on the back. This one is the one that I truly wanted to get my hands on. Now, I have Mysterio that's in the regular form without the busted glass, and this one right here, this one was done really well. Oh, look, ain't that cute? They still made him a bobblehead. Let's take a closer look at him. So they somehow managed to still make this guy a bobblehead, which is kind of crazy. You can see that they got this shatter mark on the glass here. This is what I think they're doing. Do y'all remember the old models where it came with the stickers that you soaked in water and then you could take them out and stick them on stuff? I think that Funko is starting to do a lot more of that than we're aware of, or that we caught on to, right? This guy's paint job is done really well. Once again, I could tell that that's a stencil that they're using when they made that, and maybe even they're going into a machine-like type of way of making them. Once again, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a stencil they're sticking on there, which is pretty awesome. The really cool part to this whole guy is the fact that his glass is broke. You can see that there's some green right there in the brain itself. I mean, so they actually came in with a paintbrush and splattered some green in there, and they still made him a bobblehead. So come on, that was some pretty genius thinking right there, all on its own. And this is one of my favorite Marvel pops. Look, when I seen this guy, he was one of them that I truly wanted. I didn't know that I would ever get my hands on him, because like I said, it's one of those things at this point that if I find them in the wild, I'm gonna pick them up, or like if they give me a call and say, hey, we got them, I'm gonna pick them up. I know that there's going to be some Hulk lines that come out in the zombie that are Walmart exclusives, and I'm not real sure like what the difference between this one and the Walmart exclusive is gonna be. So I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see what the difference is. There's lots of exciting stuff going on, guys. I just started a Patreon a few weeks ago. If it's super easy to join my Patreon, it's less than a cup of coffee, right? So in the Patreon is going to be a Patreon only giveaway every single month. So every month it's going to be a Patreon only giveaway that I'm going to be doing live with you guys, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. If that's something that you're into, down in the description will be a link to the Patreon. Go check that out. I mean, super awesome. Going to be a lot of fun, lots and lots of fun. Everything here is about having fun, right? And just building a strong, solid, good community. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. Guys, there is no Wayneko crew without you, and I truly appreciate you watching. Until next time, have a good one, guys.